Hello, welcome to August 14th, 2024. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily good life meditation, an exercise that I do each and every morning, a little bit after waking up, to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone. I also use the time to think about the last 24 hours, including my sleep, to reflect on how I handled the various challenges and opportunities that I met along the way. I remember my creed, and then I prepare for the coming day, and of course make myself ready and steady in the face of death. First, last night and yesterday, slept great. I just take it for granted now. Sleep seems to have returned to what it was when I was in my 20s, my early 20s, in college, when I went to school and went to my classes and slept a sound night every night. The college years were good years for sleep. My mind was being well fed and tended in my schooling. My days were an ambitious ascent into the unknown, and my nights a dreamless visit to the realm of what maybe is quiet and silent and still as death, to wake every morning revitalized. And it's not too much to say that that's what this has become again. Last night I went to bed around 9:30. I stayed up a little late last night, and before I know it, the alarm went off at 4. I couldn't even wake up before the alarm anymore. Just so sound asleep. So different from just a few years back, when I would toss and turn and tumble through the night. Being awake, gosh, it just seems like I used to be making these videos about it just a couple of years ago, when I couldn't stay asleep, be awake at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, worrying and fussing about mostly work. Those days seem to be gone. Work is like a it's like a crowd at an airport when I'm getting ready to leave. It's like arriving to get on an airplane to go someplace really nice. And there happens to be a crowd at the line to check in. No bother. There happens to be a crowd at the security gate, or there's a lot of people milling around the entrance to get on the plane. I'll just sit and wait and take my turn. That's how work feels now. Even the busy days feel like just a distraction, not something chronic or deep. And I feel this distance now from my coworkers, not from them itself, but from their engagement. I was in a meeting yesterday, and people were working on a process that will be involved for the organization for years to come, and I was helping to inform of that. I was one of the ones that was talking the most, actually. Strange for the guy that's leading, but I had a lot to say because I have a lot of experience in this particular thing. Yet I had to temper myself and tell myself, Kurt, be quiet. You're speaking to something that won't necessarily involve you. Although I think that the thing, I wasn't trying to make points that would further my ends. I was trying to make points that would further the better ends of the agency of our group. Yet I could feel it. I was like, it's like maybe it's the same feeling that you have. I know that's too much of a stretch. It's like building something that you won't be involved in, and I don't feel the deeper connection to it. I think I've lingered enough on that. That disconnect, that sense that this life is coming to an end, this life, America, even has rendered the difficulties at work impotent. And that's a good thing, because boy, it was plenty potent before, huh? So that was good. As for challenges yesterday, I took on a challenge. I've told you before, you being this video diary. Oh, what a pretty bird. I've told it before that I don't have a lot to do at work. And I've gone to my boss, I've gone to others. And yesterday I went to the customer and said, hey, if you got stuff I can help you with, because I'd like to help. And so I put out enough. I put out as many feelers as I possibly can, saying, "Hey, I'm available." So that was good. That felt liberating. That felt great to get that out there. Not liberating. It felt like a doing my duty, right? It's like if I am an employee and I don't have a lot to do. It's my duty to tell my employer that the salary that they're giving me isn't being well utilized because I don't have enough to do. So hopefully soon I'll have more to do. I'll let that one go. There was an incident yesterday that was silly. Oh, I'll just tell you. So yesterday after lunch, I work from here in the desert, and at lunchtime every day I do about 3 laps on this little course that I've got here. I've got a half-hour lunch every day. Quickly eat my little meal and then take 3 laps around here. And after the fact, I sat down back at my desk and I had no further meetings for another hour. So you've probably noticed that when I hike on this thing, I usually take my shirt off, unless it's the morning like now. Anyway, the phone rang, and I got busted. I had my shirt off because I always have my camera on at meetings. And I scrambled really quick to put my shirt on, and as soon as the phone went on, my collar was up like this, and I reached up to get it off. And the person that was on the other side said, "Did I catch you with your shirt off?" Yes, you did. So that was embarrassing, genuinely embarrassing, because normally I'm the kind of person that even if no one's around to share a meal with me, I'll want to have the forks and the spoon and the knife all in the right place, etc. So that happened. And other than that, one more big thing. Today is day 120. 120 days before my retirement begins. Before I actually pull the trigger, leave. And so I'm now eligible to file for retirement, so to speak, to submit the paperwork. So I'm going to do that today during my break. Won't be hard. I've already got it all lined up. It's an electronic form. Just go in and push the button. Get her done. I moved it forward just a little bit. Instead of December 16th, I'm going to retire on December. I think it's the Thursday before. So it's the 16th is a Monday, and it's the Thursday before. So 16th, 15th, 14th, 13th, 12th. I think the 12th, December 12th. That will give me then, and I plan to fly out on the 18th. So that'll give me from the 12th to the 18th, to wrap up everything, get the little dog Rudy and me to the plane and out of here. So that's that. The creed consists of 8 objectives as follows. To be always ready to die. To make good. Oh, you know what? So let me dwell on that one for a second. So I got a comment on X from someone asking me about my my resolve to do all these things. To tie up loose ends, to leave the country, to start a new life, to pull the trigger on retirement at relatively, I wouldn't say an early age, but at the earliest age possible, right? Age 60, that's usually right in the window of the opening volley of retirement period. She asked me why, they asked me where my resolve came from. And it came from, this relates to that first objective, death. And I simply responded, I'm doing all this because of my keen awareness that I have probably less than 20, maybe 10 good summers of life left before disease and death, take me away forever. What I didn't say was that, my atheism and my belief that there's nothing beyond life but oblivion renders everything to follow after this is nothing. So I'm quite highly motivated to make good use of what remains, especially while I'm still vital and strong. So that relates to the being ready to die. You can see how these objectives then filter back and have an impact on my daily. I can hear Rudy barking, so I think I'm going to wrap up. To be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions. They're okay. They do that. Ollie's howling too. Sometimes the other dogs in the neighborhood get them barking. Let's go so you can hear Ollie howling too. Boys! Yeah, they heard me. I'm coming. Let's try that again. To be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions, to recognize my true limits and true opportunities, to do just one thing at a time and do that thing slowly and deliberately and carefully, and to keep my balance. Hi, boys. There they are. They're fine. Howling session. As for today, it's time for me to get started in earnest, so I'll get in there. I've already had my breakfast, fed the boys. I'm already cleaned up, shaved. I could use a haircut, huh? Maybe I'll try to get a haircut this weekend. And then I'll take this shirt off, put on my work shirt, sit down on my computer, and get to work. Am I ready for death? I think I am. I'm doing everything I can. My affairs are in order. My relationships are sound. And my life's work is complete. Everything from now on is just gravy. Just a deliberate endeavor to improve towards virtue, which is defined as the improvement, seeking after the improvement of the well-being of creatures, particularly thinking creatures, those that can suffer. Okay, wish you all the best. Be safe, but not too safe.